ABC, this is World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
Why the International Tennis Federation is slamming the latest equipment. When we come back, the first serve that was not to be. Finally from us this evening, tennis. If you had been watching the U.S. Tennis Open this week, you might have seen that the man who lost to Pete Sampras, who's the reigning champion, lost even though he had a serve that was clocked at nearly 140 miles an hour, which would make it difficult to see, let alone return, for most tennis players. But it does this evening lead us to a piece of tennis technology that had all sorts of people excited, at least for a while. Here's ABC's Mike Von Fremd.
Okay, here you go. Step into it. Step. Oh, yes. Perfect shot.
It is the lightest, longest, and largest tennis racket in the history of the game.
Wow!
It's called the Big Bubba.
Wow! If you're short, it gives you more reach.
Its creator is an engineer who used to design nuclear reactors. He made it out of the same plastics as the stealth bomber.
This is the latest technology 20 years ago.
Okay.
This is the Gamma Big Bubba, 1996 technology.
It's nearly indestructible and 20% more powerful than any other racket.
109.5.
When it became available 2 months ago, it was an instant hit with amateurs and many pros.
You're going to be able to cover a lot more courts if you were able to move like you were young again.
But in a decision that has shocked the tennis world, the International Tennis Federation banned the racket worldwide.
It's no good everybody at the local tennis club being able to hit the ball at 150 miles an hour. But generally speaking, from a tennis point of view, we just think it isn't good for the game.
The team of engineers are outraged. They designed the racket according to Federation standards.
You just designed a evolutionary racket, and all of a sudden, with a stroke of a pen, somebody decides, hey, we got to ban this because we're afraid of it, basically.
Now the Federation is being accused of changing the rules in the middle of the game.
So basically what they're doing is they're spanking the technology, which I don't think is fair to the industry.
Professional players must stop using the racket by the first of the year. Amateurs have been given a 4-year grace period.
The bubble rules.
But only until the year 2000. Mike Von Fremd, ABC News, Atlanta.
Political news this morning. Bob Dole heads back on the campaign trail today with stops in hotly contested Georgia and Florida. In both states, he will continue a series of appearances before friendly, invitation-only audiences. ABC's Mike Von Fremd is covering the Dole campaign.
At this tennis racket plant in Pittsburgh over the weekend, Dole expected to be lobbed some more nice, easy ones. But a student blindsided this meticulously planned love fest with a nasty question about cutting student loans.
I would like to go on to graduate school, and now I'm unable to because there's another door closed on me.
But Dole never had to say a word. His supporters sprung into action and shouted the young woman down.
You want to be an entrepreneur, but you can't find the resources to fund your own college education? How are you going to be an entrepreneur?
All campaigns want to put their candidates into situations where they shine. And after 28 years of listening to speeches in the Senate, Dole has found a way to turn his presidential campaign into one long, flattering filibuster. Mike Von Fremd, ABC News, Washington.
This is CNN.
While the president relaxed most of the day, his Republican opponent was hard at work in the campaign trail, and Bob Dole found himself stepping very carefully through one of the campaign's stickiest issues. CNN's Candy Crowley reports.
Earlier, Dole was all business in another of his Listening to America forums at a Pittsburgh tennis racket company. The idea is to focus on the economic message in camera-friendly surroundings with audiences of like minds.
All the specifications.
Despite audio problems and a couple of rough questions, Dole got his message through.
To cut taxes and balance budget at the same time. It can be done.
Although